Hello, long
Hello.
time no see.
Yeah, it's long time no see indeed to all our audience. Yeah, it's been long since we made another video, another podcast actually. Yeah, so I think most of the students know why we didn't make another podcast in a really long time. It is because teacher Thaw has been traveling around the earth, well, actually to the state. So yeah, but now she's back, and now she's back in Myanmar, and now she is ready to make a podcast video more. Are you excited?
Yes, I'm quite excited to do this and happy to have that podcast with you. Thank you so much for being with me for today.
Yeah. Well, I think we are the only two-person who has the initiated to start a podcast, actually. Anyway, so okay, so what do you have in mind for today? What do you think we're going to talk about?
As we already discussed, like we're going to talk about how to write essay academically, like how to handle our paper assignments in like at our university.
Yeah, yeah, that is going to be that is one of the most struggling part of being a university student, you know? It is what most university face, actually. Yeah, so for
Mhm.
me, compared to my peers, I'm not bragging, by the way, but like compared to my peers, I think I don't struggle as much as they do. Because whenever I look at them, they always looks like, I'm literally burning out. My assignments are too much. I can't handle it. But they're not, well, what do I say? They are not whining, but I'm paraphrasing, by the way. So yeah, I think we do. I think Teacher Toto and me will have some ideas and advice on how we write these assignment, these kind of research and articles, and how do we handle the deadline and other uh, stress, you know? So would you want to start sharing, Sheta?
Yes, like for me, I'm not a very smart student and I do not have good grade, but mostly the paper that I really interested in, like example, like education courses or English courses or like politics courses. So I can handle very well and mostly they are great, but I'm really weak at like maths club and philosophy classes. Maybe like not really good. And at the same time, I'm also busy with my classes and um, my Facebook page, and I also writing content. So I do not have much time for writing papers. So I do very quickly to write a paper, honestly. And it's not a good idea, that I'm going to share is, but I fully concentrate. For example, if I have to work 1,500 paper, I do not take a long time, maybe like 1 day. Okay, I will finish up all in a day. I don't use Facebook now. I fully pay attention and I do quickly. I don't even drink a water if I don't finish. I do it quickly and then I fully pay attention on that one. And if I finish or almost finish, like okay, I can do whatever I want. If not, I don't do anything. Like even at night, I don't sleep like that.
Oh, so you and I have a totally different approach on dealing with the academic paper. For me, well, I would sometime it is like a last case for a worst case scenario. I mean, because I what I would normally do is I would research ahead on the topic that I will be writing, whether it be research or an article. I always tend to do the literature review, which is like I research the content, the relevant content that is necessary for me to support my argument when I'm about to write and research or article, because that will give me ideas on how I approach this paper. So that I would normally take 5 days. So on the first day, what I would normally do is what I just mentioned, do a literature review. And then for the rest of the day, I write slow and steady. I try to, it's like chipping a block. I try to slowly chip it away until it becomes fully shaped. You know what I mean? Yeah. But
Yes.
but sometimes, even though I write my own work, I sometimes use the help of AI. Hold on. I know what you're thinking. I do not, use ideas that is generated by AI, but rather there might be some grammatical or vocabulary of vocab mistake, that I could make, but I might overlook or something, because there's like just as you have mentioned, it's like 1,500 to 2,000 words. It's quite many to look through each and every one of them. And my eyes don't tend to work if I see a lot of words on the screen. So I will use the help of AI to, check whether if I make any grammatical or statement that doesn't make, some sense to it. So that I will also that is the way that I would approach until, until day 5. And after day 5, I send it to the professor or maybe to other academic advisor who will check my work, review my work before officially sending to the professor. So that is how I will approach. So yeah, totally different. We are like contrasting each other on how we approach the paper. Yeah. I mean,
Ye-
yeah, continue.
Yes, and like for me, I create my own argument first. Like I got after reading, I got a strong argument that I want to stand, and I wrote my idea first. I don't find any literature review or any research first. I write first, and like first thought, draft, totally draft, and like if I write, something, I cannot stop and I can keep continue writing, and then I find like evidence,
Yeah.
like something, uh, some resource can report, like support my article, support my argument, and I find and I do it. If I don't have any strong argument, I read a literature review or I read the reading assignment very well, and like I got a point of what I want to point out, what I want to argue, and I made it. I made a thesis.
Yeah. I mean, not everybody is going to agree with how we approach our, assignment, but well, I guess we could say that it still works. I'm not going to, turn up with a counter argument that is not gonna work or something, but it still works. But if it works, it works.
Well, we passed. Okay, we passed.
Yeah, that is the most important thing. We pass, and there's nothing we can do about it. So, okay, so my question for you is that how do you, handle when there's a deadline? You know, do you approach the same way when you have like a deadline that is really, really close? Or do you have like a different approach on when you are closing to deadline?
Like I have the same one, but if I really really like that topic or that subject, I read well, and I read very well, and I did very well. If I really really like the topics or the essay that I want to write, and um and also I ask for peer review, like they can also give me good suggestion, and when I read their article, like I also get the idea that I can generate my essay. So peer review is essential. But
Yeah.
I do not use AI that much, I don't know how to use AI, but I use to find resources, like related articles to my paper. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if it were me, I think I would approach the same way as you just mentioned. I would try to finish it within 1 day, but that is like the worst case scenario. I normally wouldn't wait until the last day of of publishing the paper because that is not me, and I don't think I would perform really well if in that situation because I don't know, but for me, my brain will not function really well because there might be extreme stress of like, oh, what if I don't finish it in time? Or what if, there are like other stuff that I didn't finish? Or what would the professor think if if she or she knew that I just finished it within 1 day? There's like a lot of thoughts in my mind and I couldn't function really well. There might
Mm.
be other external stress factor that I haven't mentioned, but and which is why I already knew the consequences of, waiting until the final day of deadline is something that you shouldn't try by any means. So to anyone who is going to attend university in the near future, don't, for the love of God, don't try this at home. Never try it. As much as it is tempting to procrastinate, it is never a good idea to do it.
But it's really exciting, It's really exciting. Yeah, doing like, working, writing the paper until the last minute is very exciting. I feel really enjoy, like by writing, I can get a lot of idea at the same time. And I feel really happy if I finish at the last minute. Okay, I win. Like it's like playing the game, you know.
Uh,
But it's not a good idea. I don't recommend to do that because we have
uh,
different abilities. Because I can work, even a very serious situation, I can calm down my mind and I can work, peacefully.
uh,
But right? So we have different skills. Okay.
you take working while enjoying takes too seriously. Well, anyway, I mean, if it works, it works. It's not mine to counter argue.
So
Well,
yeah,
yeah, yeah, I
shall
think
we stop
that's,
in here because it takes a long time
yeah, for
already.
sure. I know. So I guess that is the topic for today. So bye guys. I'll see you guys in next episode, okay? Take care.